Every person has a story. You've been writing yours for a while, and now you've decided to make Stetson a part of that story. How will you add to that story while you're here? One part of every student's story are the courses they take. Some you get to choose, some are chosen for you. One piece of everyone's story at Stetson is our general education courses. No matter what major, what school, or college, every student at Stetson participates in general education, or as many call it, Gen Ed. In fact, for most students, it's 1/3 of their coursework while they're here. So what is it? What is Gen Ed at Stetson? Well, Gen Ed is one area in which Stetson purposefully weaves the values into our curriculum. And despite what you may think, you have a lot of choice when it comes to meeting your Gen Ed requirements. Our categories are broad, and the courses available in each area are varied. So you get to decide how you fulfill your Gen Ed. So why even have a Gen Ed? What's the point? Well, through our Gen Ed, you will be developing skills that go beyond understanding a specific discipline or major. You will be developing and mastering skills like writing, speaking, quantitative reasoning, and critical thinking, regardless of what your major is. You will also develop an understanding of aspects of the natural world and human cultures while developing your own personal position on big issues like the environment, social justice, human diversity, health and wellness, ethics, and spirituality, to name a few. Lastly, you will build your fluency in locating, evaluating, and responsibly using information, and while integrating all that you're learning. Does the internet come to mind? So why are these skills important? Well, at Stetson, we hope to have graduates who make a positive impact on the world and help solve complex problems that face us today. Also, we want you to get a job. These skills are exactly the types of traits that employers are looking for in candidates. We know this because they said so on a national survey. And now, after completing your Gen Ed, you will be able to tell a story about the skills you developed to those employers, showing them you have what it takes to be successful in that position. So there's 4 parts to our Gen Ed program. The first part is Foundations. In your Foundations requirement, you will take 4 writing enhanced courses, a quantitative reasoning course, the first year seminar, or FSEM, and the junior seminar, or JSEM. So some of you might be nervous about taking a math or writing course, but lots of courses are in each of these categories. For instance, you could take a course called Writing About Food and Drink, Great Experiments in Psychology, or Professional Communications. They all count as writing enhanced courses. Additionally, the Solar System, Introduction to Cryptology, and Introduction to Computing all meet the quantitative reasoning requirement. For your FSEM or JSEM, you could be taking courses like Paris, the City of Lights, Life and Art, Disney's Musical Universe, The Rhetoric of War Films, or Game of Thrones Made Me Do It, Media's Impact on Behavior. Part 2 is Knowledge of Human Culture and Natural World. In this section of your Gen Ed, you will learn about other people and cultures, the world around us, different social and belief systems, art, history, and you could perhaps learn another language. Specifically, you will be taking courses in creative arts, culture and belief, historical inquiry, the physical and natural world, individuals, societies, and social systems, and modern languages. So you could be taking classes like digital photography, Mandarin, comparative politics, religion of the East, or environmental science and society to fulfill these requirements. You'll learn about yourself and other people as you explore these subjects. Part 3. Personal and Social Responsibility. The third section of Gen Ed is all about teaching us how to have a greater sense of responsibility and action in terms of what we believe in our personal, professional, and public lives. Courses in areas such as environmental responsibility, ethical or spiritual inquiry, health and wellness, human diversity, or social justice meet this requirement. We refer to these as the Stetson Values courses, or V courses, since each of these areas represent one of the university's values. You can expect to take courses like International Law, Drugs, Mind, and Behavior, Advancing Equity and Social Justice, The Legal, Social, and Ethical Environment of Business, or Comics of Disaster. The final section of Gen Ed is not formally a course, but what we call cultural credits. Cultural credits are designed to bring together the intellectual and creative life outside of the classroom for our students. You can earn cultural credits by attending a number of designated events like performances, lectures by distinguished visitors, plays, art shows, and films. Remember, all students must complete them in order to graduate. So now it's your turn to create your Stetson story by intentionally selecting courses for your Gen Ed. You can always monitor your progress and see your specific requirements by going to your degree audit. Take this opportunity to learn about subjects that interest you and things you might not know much about. It's all about exploring and becoming a well-rounded individual. Remember, this is your Stetson story. Write it well, edit often.